Donc là on est parti pour la troisième partie, troisième acte de vampire. J'espère pouvoir avancer un peu plus que faire du blabla. Donc il y aura certainement des coupures de caméra parce que je suis en train de fumer ma petite nicotine, une cigarette club comme vous voulez. Donc là on est parti. Hop, hop, le temps du chargement. Le mode histoire. Clac. Et hop, in-game. Je coupe la cam vite fait. Hop, le temps de fumer ma petite cigarette, hein, pour pas vous gêner. C'est surtout parce que je fais mes diffusions, mes rediffusions sur YouTube, forcément, donc pour éviter des petits problèmes d'image, etc. Puis à l'annonce du, comment ça s'appelle, du prochain Borderland, j'essaierai, en fonction de mes moyens, d'acheter le 1, racheter le 2 sur enfin le 2 je l'ai déjà, mais voir s'il n'y a pas d'autres extensions à récupérer. Et du 2 et acheter la version GOTY avec toutes les extensions, blablabla, du préquel. À savoir que je les ai aussi sur Xbox One. Mais je pense que ça sera beaucoup plus facile de jouer avec mes viewers, avec les gens qui veulent jouer avec moi si je le prends sur PC. Voilà. Ce qui est dommage, c'est que je pourrais pas transférer mes sauvegardes PC sur quoi, mes sauvegardes consoles du PC. Donc maintenant, moi je suis full au niveau des munitions. Là, je m'en sers pas pour l'instant du pistolet. Ça fait trop de bruit. Voilà. Voilà. Par contre, la seule chose que je trouve vraiment dommage sur ce jeu, c'est au niveau du gameplay qui est un petit peu spécial, je trouve quand même. Au niveau de la jouabilité, par rapport aux jeux qui sont sortis récemment à cette époque-là, donc là ça remonte à même pas un an à peine. Ouais, à peine un an. Ça devrait plus vraiment exister. Enfin, au niveau de ce genre de gameplay, même au niveau graphique, franchement, je le trouve pas si beau que ça par rapport aux jeux récents qu'on a actuellement, ou même aux jeux récents qui étaient sortis à cette époque-là aussi. Pour comparer, par exemple, là je vais faire sur Streamimore Alice Madness Return. Graphiquement, par rapport à ça, mais il est magnifique, Alice, par rapport à ce jeu. Par rapport à d'autres aussi, par exemple, quand j'ai fait l'appel du Cthulhu, moniteur graphique, elle la ramasse. Hein. Après, je crois que c'est un studio indé, donc on pardonne. J'ai l'impression qu'il tourne sur le même moniteur graphique, comment ça s'appelle, que... je vais ouvrir un peu la fenêtre, parce que l'odeur du tabac froid, c'est pas le top. Et puis je vais voir pour demain avancer un peu. Sur The Division. Donc il me reste 55 points d'expérience. Voilà, bon, j'ai fini ma petite clopinette. Et hop. C'est parti. Ah oui. Pas la bonne manette. Alors, j'ai vu un truc qui brillait là-bas. C'était quoi ça? Voilà. Et je dois aller là, ici. La petite. Que je me trompe pas de chemin, ouais. Bien ce qui me semblait.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Ah, j'ai pas assez de niveau de charme.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here.
Ah oui, c'est vrai qu'on doit chercher la fermière nurse. La fermière, enfin la nurse.
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice.
Ouais, la sécurité sociale n'existait pas à cette époque-là.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
On va fouiller un petit peu les trucs.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
C'est que 2P apparaît, je crois. Non. A, pas, R, A. Alors. Ah bah j'avais raison, c'est avec 2P. Alors je fais une petite annonce sur ma page. Je l'ai pas fait. Maintenant. S majuscule. Vilain. On met un S majuscule. Ah super. Le lien de la page. Publier. Voilà, comme ça j'ai fait ma petite truc. Hop, c'est parti. Alors, votre vie à Londres.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in
Je trouve ça joli comme prénom, Camélia.
but I'm almost convinced
Un nom de fleur.
Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Tu
Are
m'étonnes.
you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
C'est un piètre écrivain. Allez, retour. J'ai pas eu d'indice pour la dernière question. Question personnelle. Vous reste-t-il de la famille? Oh, attendez, on va tous les faire. Hein.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Comment vous rencontrez la North? Ah, par contre là, les travaux là qu'ils font là. Coup de marteau, c'est chiant quoi. Je regarde avec le truc. Hein. Oh, c'est bon. C'est tout bon. Bon, comment avez-vous rencontré North Carolina? Parlez-moi de votre passé politique.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my
Très beau
last
pays, hein, la
But
Roumanie.
Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina...
Je vais regarder s'il n'y a pas des trucs à piquer. Tiens, hop. La figure antique. Oh bah alors il y a trop de trucs à lire, je suis désolé. Hein. Ah d'accord, ça c'est les courriers sur les... C'est ce que je voulais faire. Ah, je peux fabriquer un pistolet en fait. Petit morceau de poignée commun. Plaque de plomb, tube. Tige de plomb. Il y a pratiquement tout ce qu'il faut pour créer des flingues. Camelote. Essence de clou de girofle.
Razvan, can you hear my voice? I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort, liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Sans laisser de queen. Avez-vous autre chose, tiens.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
J'ai vu ça dans Doctor House. Ah bah non, je l'ai perdu.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy?
It's locked, all right.
Tiens, je pique le pognon.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to
Bien
the
sûr que
authorities?
non.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then.
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
Attends, c'est un bon, c'est un bon échange
ourselves
équitable.
a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Non, je pense pas que ça aurait été une solution de la tuer. Franchement. Niveau des charmes. Tiens. Ouais, l'inconnu, c'est le gars qui est mort. Niveau de charme, Christina Popa, c'est 4. Niveau de santé, K.
This one stinks already.
It's one of them!
Fuck, it's fine. Watch it. It's a killer.
Non mais dis donc là, ils sont crus où là? Comme je dis, les systèmes de combat, il est vraiment pour mal foutu, je trouve. Hein. Je vais ouvrir toutes les autres portes. J'en profiter que je suis ici. Voilà. Si je dois revenir ici, au moins comme ça.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill him, boy! Vermin! That's what you do with things.
Oh putain, eux ils sont balèzes. Hein.
Shit! Lost it! Burn it, boys! He's down! Finish it! Die,
Je vais juste récupérer ce qu'il y a à l'intérieur. Ouais, de l'autre côté, c'est vrai.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York.
If only there were more.
Oh, les boules.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Ah bah voilà.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Ah, ça se demande pas ça, mais...
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secret.
Ouais, c'est facile de dire ça. C'est facile.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm
Ah, ça
no
me saoule là,
fool.
ces travaux là à côté.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Attendre un petit peu.
evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Eh. Ah, c'est chiant quand ça lag comme ça. C'était pas par là, fallait que je passe. Une petite latence, hein, c'est dû à l'application Xbox, hein. Pas du jeu en lui-même. Et le temps de chargement, pareil. Ah, que c'est long. Je peux pas passer là avec mon super saut, non? Bon bah tant pis. Eh. D'accord, en haut c'est pour soigner et en bas c'est seulement pour remettre un peu de sang. Oh le fils de...
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Il y a quelqu'un dans le coin.
What do you want?
Oh l'enfoiré, il m'a coupé. Oh l'enfoiré.
What do you want?
Ouais.
Somebody help!
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me.
Et ils ont chopé la
They've
rage.
lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Il y a des trucs intéressants ici.
Carnage is Father Whitaker's disciple. This man's far too old to be Samuel. It's locked.
Oh putain. Putain, j'ai mes armes qu'elles sont vraiment pas efficaces, hein. On peut faire le tour par là-bas. Alors, attends, je vais regarder un truc. Dégâts 75, vitesse d'attaque.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
C'est sa maman, ça.
take her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery. I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
T'as le défaut de texture.
Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Bon, je vais me les faire. Ouais, sans... Putain, c'est chiant là. C'est les lags que j'ai là, c'est super chiant. Oh putain, mais ils en pop entre temps. Non, vous allez arrêter. Attends. Faut que ça arrête de laguer là, ça serait cool là. Ah putain, mais l'autre qui me saute dans le dos là. Putain. Ah, ils sont vraiment casse-couilles ceux-là. Après, en même temps, ils ont 6 niveaux de plus que moi. Attends, j'en ai vu que 3, il y en a eu 3 plus qui ont pop.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
You reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Oh la vache, la barrique.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Ouais, comment il m'attaque là.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Over there! There's one of them burning! Boom!
Pardon.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold.
I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
I've no need for a kind ear, only a moment of peace in God's house.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I'm so sorry, Mary. I promise to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Ah, encore du chargement. Ah.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I'll never know what goes on in that place. But as long as people are getting better, I'll stop investigating her.
Je vais faire une petite pause de quelques secondes, faut que j'aille aux toilettes. Non, c'est pas ce bouton là. Voilà, pause.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Ah, encore du chargement. Ouais, je peux y aller tout seul. En faisant y allant tout droit.
Not a good place for a stroll. I'd head back if I were you, sir. Best turn around if I were you.
C'est pas que j'ai pas envie de me combattre contre eux, c'est qu'ils ont plus de level, ils sont plus nombreux. Et j'ai des armes, bah faut dire ce qui est, complètement merdique.
I remember you.
Ah, ça doit être son crête.
Be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Est-ce que ce serait peut-être pas plus...
So the vampire who made me is some sort of
Oh, ça c'est chiant même pendant qu'il parle quoi, c'est vraiment casse-couille quoi.
disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Bon, je vais d'abord aller voir le gars. Ah merde, si je vais par là je sors. Ah bah attends, il me semblait qu'il y avait quelqu'un ici que je pouvais soigner. Hein.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Je vais voir si je peux pas acheter ma compétence ultime. Attends, je vais voir ça tout de suite. Merde, c'est ça. C'est ça. Alors, hop. Alors, c'est quoi ça? Auto, machin chose. Ah bah voilà.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Il les yeux complètement ingurgités de sang.
Oh, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Non, d'abord je vais faire hop un petit peu de... Ah, je peux même améliorer mes armes. Ah, c'est cool ça. Alors, améliorer des armes, ok. Absorbe des points de sang lorsque l'arme touche sa cible. Ajoute 3 points d'impact lorsque la... Ah, j'ai pas assez. Donc il me faut vraiment saut de poignée de... Ok, d'accord. Ah, et puis j'y passe. Bon, bah, ça devrait le faire déjà. Déjà je passe à 20, de 10, de 15 à 20. C'est ça. Hein. Et je passe à... je sais plus à combien, 75 je crois de dégâts. Ouais, déjà c'est pas mal. Je vais voir un truc. Ah, vous perdez le contrôle, non, j'ai pas envie de venir et laisser la bête. Alors vous, c'était gêné temporairement, là. Ok, d'accord. Un tourbillon de ténèbres à vos pieds, elle... Possible. Ah, c'est 2000 pour augmenter ça? Oh la vache. On va peut-être augmenter... Raid de police à venir à Whitechapel, ce dernier... Non, alors... Le roman en Whitechapel devient une triste réalité depuis 3 mois. La police soupçonne le quartier d'être le centre névralgique du marché nord-médicaments de Londres. Cependant, ces soupçons resteront de simples suppositions. Les maigres forces de police envoyées à Whitechapel n'ont ni arrêté les criminels à la tête de ces trafics, ni trouvé les stocks de médicaments illicites qui cachent. Cette mascarade n'avait donc qu'un but, tenter de camoufler l'incompétence notoire de la commission de santé du conseil du comté de Londres en donnant à la population un semblant de victoire alors que l'épidémie de grippe ne fait que s'étendre de jour en jour. Pour ne rien arranger, en prenant le temps d'étudier les derniers chiffres et statistiques, on peut voir que Whitechapel supporte cette épidémie bien mieux que la plupart des autres quartiers de la ville. Est-ce un miracle ou bien la preuve de l'efficacité d'une possible activité médicale illégale? Ou encore, n'est-ce que la démonstration de l'incompétence criminelle des autorités? Tout ce que je sais, c'est qu'un simple londonien a plus de chances de survivre à l'épidémie en choisissant de vivre dans ce quartier misérable, alors je suis prêt à aménager immédiatement dans le premier trou à ras qu'un propriétaire véreux acceptera à me louer. SL. Ouais, c'est le journaliste.
Dangerous.
Oh putain, et les mecs ils en pop comme ça. Ah les boules. Ah ils ont pop comme ça.
This one's mine!
Oh bah ça fait trop mal la veuve en détresse. Mais je l'ai fait tout à l'heure. Je l'ai sauvé la vie.
Back if I were you, sir. It ain't human!
Ah bah ça va beaucoup plus facile, c'est beaucoup plus facile quand on a les armes adéquates, hein.
I must look a fool. Heartens me to know you can't see me. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox.
Edwina
So
Cox,
what
ça
do
a l'air
you
d'une
want
sacrée
then?
mégère, elle.
Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
I'm fine, thank you.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina.
Ouais, j'ai vu, ça me semble que je l'ai vu
Maybe a
au
bloody
cimetière,
bastard,
son nom.
but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Mark my words, miss. These
Not a
murders
drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog?
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Hey, Kyoto, comment vas-tu?
I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Merci.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem
I
as
hope
to
I
solve
live long
one.
enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Want some of that? Die, leech! I'll kill you! Die, vermin!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Blindly! It's on to her! Murdering bastard! Disappeared into... Steady, boy!
Putain, pourquoi il m'a changé de cible? Ah, j'ai trouvé un nouveau refuge. Cool. Ah, ça me saoule là. Je vais voir s'il y a... Il n'y a pas une autre porte ici, alors du coup, si je peux pas passer par là... Ah non, je peux pas descendre, il n'y a pas les escaliers pour descendre. Apparemment ça doit être dans le coin d'ici. Ouais, c'est bon. J'ai vu que c'était en rouge. Est-ce qu'il y a une sortie par là, une porte, genre une connerie de ce genre?
I cannot enter.
Ah, je peux faire tout le tour comme ça, ouais. Parce qu'ici c'est fermé de toute manière.
It's locked, all right.
Ouais, par contre l'ulti c'est super efficace, hein. Non, c'est pas par là. Qu'est-ce que je fais?
Over there!
It's locked.
Non, c'est un reflet. Un reflet caméra. Non, c'est pas par là. Faut que j'aille ici. Mais comment on fait pour y aller? Bien. D'accord, faut que je retourne à peu près ici. Mais pourquoi je peux plus retourner? Ah, par là. Il y a trop de chasseurs et je crois que je pourrais peut-être... Oh non, je peux pas passer par là. Ah, il y a un coffre ici. Cool. Est-ce que je peux monter là-haut? Voir si je peux pas partir par l'autre côté. Il n'y a pas une porte dans le coin. Ah, je suis obligé de passer par là, t'as mis ça, fait chier. Ah d'accord, lui il me suit. Dégage.
Please, sir. I can't let you through. Go on back to the shadows. Got one of us here.
Putain, ça bouffe aucune énergie, c'est super cette attaque. Bon, après, il faut rester concentré, mais elle est super. Salut Kaori, comment vas-tu? Voilà, comme ça, hop, la porte est déverrouillée. Wesh, bâtard, wesh. Ah va et toi? Ah bah j'ai retrouvé internet, comme tu peux voir, je suis content. Alors, c'est par où le chemin? Bah, il est plutôt pas mal. C'est plus un, comment ça dire, un jeu scénarisé. T'as beaucoup de blabla pour très peu d'action. Gameplay assez particulier au niveau des combats. Elle est pas assez carrée pour moi. Ah bah carrément, c'est vraiment... c'est assez sombre. Hein. Comme univers. Hein. Eh Gisèle, t'as des choses à me raconter? Non. Alors... Tu veux pas me papoter la petite dame là? Non, elle veut pas papoter. De toute manière là je vais bientôt arrêter le jeu. Ah, et je vais faire autre chose juste après. Alors trouver Shane dans la zone. Il est caché où ce bougre. Des sous. Je reste le temps du planning et je file. Ah parce que je suis mort 2 fois déjà. Tu m'as sacrifié 2 fois. Ah, c'est Xo.0 est super ça. Il est caché où le bougan? Il est caché où? Oh, une bouteille d'alcool. Oh cool. Ah, ça je peux pas rentrer, bien. C'est normal, je peux pas rentrer, j'ai pas la clé. Ah bah si on voit pas son cœur, c'est qu'il est mort le bonhomme. Hein. Je suis bien dans la zone. Hein. Hein, c'est carrément à l'intérieur. Ah, c'est peut-être lui là-bas. Non. J'aime bien dans les jeux là, tu vas chez les gens et tout, tu fouilles les... Je vais up les personnes, faire de la thune. Ah, je suis sûr qu'on peut passer par là. Mais lui il veut pas me parler. Sûrement un mécanisme déverrouillé. Bon, après le jeu je l'ai eu gratos hein, avec le Xbox Game Pass. Hein. Concrètement... Je peux pas taper. Je peux pas... Il veut pas me parler ce con là. Ah, je te montrerai ma bibliothèque Xbox. Franchement, t'hallucinerais. Hein. Ouais. Bah après, faut avoir la console quoi pour la plupart des jeux. Donc, si t'as pas la console, pour les peu de jeux qu'il y a sur version PC, ça, je trouve que c'est quand même assez cher. Hein. Bon, tant pis. J'essaierai de faire ça la prochaine stream. Bon, tant pis. Hop, je vais m'arrêter là. Bah tiens, je vais te profiter que tu sois là, comme ça tu pourras avoir la petite bibliothèque de ce que j'ai. Hop. Donc tu vois, j'ai en moyenne 190 jeux. Donc celui-là, c'est à moi. Celui-là, c'est Xbox Game Pass. À moi, à moi. Shield of Light. Si tu l'as jamais fait, franchement, c'est un petit RPG qui dure pas très longtemps. Je pense que tu aurais tour par tour. Je pense que ça pourrait te plaire. Il y a plein de jeux. Celui-là, il est marrant aussi. Mickey, Epic Mickey. Jouable en coop, les Dragon Age. Earthlock aussi, franchement, moi j'aime beaucoup. Après, bon, c'est RPG, ça prend du temps quand même. Voilà, tout ça. Celui-là, je l'ai eu aussi il y a pas longtemps gratuitement. Je sais pas, je l'ai pas encore commencé. Mirror Edge, faudrait que je le fasse. La suite. State of Decay. Alors, je l'ai jamais joué. Hein, celui-là, Styx. Quand je t'ai vu jouer, j'ai dit non, c'est pas fait pour moi, faut être patient. Ah, c'est celui-là que je te parlais à 15 €, Bomberman. Le Bomberman. Jouable à 8, il a 13-15 € sur IG. Voilà. Et après, là, c'est tous les jeux que j'ai installés, enfin que j'ai, mais que j'ai pas installé. Donc, ouais, ça en fait du bordel. Celui-là, je le ferai un de ces quatre. Je le referai un de ces quatre, celui-là, Murder sous le suspect, que je le trouvais sympa à jouer. Donc voilà. Ah, c'est du puzzle game, il est pas si simple que ça, franchement. Donc voilà, je reviens dans à peu près 5 minutes, le temps que je fasse mes changements de scène. Parce que là, je vais passer sur Shadow. Puis je vais à Batman Lego. Donc d'ici 5 minutes. A tout de suite.